Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that preach forth the truth to the nation of Israel, who rule well and who build the house of David. Peace, safety, and salutations, and much love to my brothers also pushing forth this truth. Good evening. This is Kana Kaya coming to you with a passage of scripture in the book of Psalms, chapter 63, verse, what is it? Psalm 63, verse 11. Yes. Okay. And I hope it's edifying. Okay. Psalm 63, verse 11. He said, but the king shall rejoice in Yahweh. Everyone that sweareth by him shall glory, but the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. Okay. This verse contrasts the righteous rejoicing in Yahweh with the judgment of liars whose mouths must be silenced, and they will be silenced. You know, a lot of people running their mouths and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest with you too. If you really take a really good look down social media, a lot of stuff is going on in the earth today, and a lot of people is beginning to see, so it's a lot of stuff going on, you know, unexplainable things. I get to work this morning, and one of my this is kind of like off the topic, but and it's just talking about the, you know, the different things that's happening. Well, in El Paso, Texas, the flights was halted for over 10 hours. You know, what one of my coworkers was saying. And they was talking about there was something, you know, these are not stars. These are not stars that we see. I mean, there are stars in the sky that we see, but we're not alone. There's other things in there. And that's what this article, you know, my coworker is talking about. He was saying the same thing. We're not alone. The Most High God is beginning to visit this. He is visiting this world. I mean, sometimes there can be drones. I believe that too. But a lot of that stuff in the sky that you think is a light and stuff, you think it's a drone, it's not a drone. It's more than a drone. But okay, all that, I call them erasers, because that's what's coming to stop all you people who run in your mouths, talking and saying stuff, talking out your left side of your mouth, saying stuff that you shouldn't even say, pushing. It's just like, you know, you hear people on the internet pushing Yah. Who is Yah? That's not the name of the Father. Who is Yahweh and Yeshua and all that stuff? These people's mouths will be stopped soon, okay? So I just wanted to just go off on a little bit on the tangent, okay? This was likely during the persecution, possibly fleeing from Saul or Absalom. The title of Psalm, a Psalm of David when he was in the wilderness, okay? David is in the wilderness, surrounded by enemies, being slandered and humbled, okay? Yet he declared his soul thirsts for Yahweh, in verse 1, okay? Yahweh's loving kindness, battle is better than life, verse 3, okay? His enemies will fall by the sword, in verse 10. The mouth of liars will be stopped. That's what I'm trying to get to. You got people talking about Jesus Christ, and the scripture clearly tells us, that we're not to mention the names of other gods in any way. So, but I'm just using that for just future reference, you know, but I mean, I don't make a habit of using JC. JC, that's not it. Who we ignorantly call JC, his name is Yahweh Shai. But these people, it's talking a lot of stuff. But like I said, going back to the social media, if you scroll through social media, there's a lot of despair going on in social media, and a lot of people's countenance, you know, is going the other way, because they know. A lot of people know that they fucked up. And, you know, and they fucked up by on some of the things that they proclaimed out of their mouth and said. But they are beginning to eat them words. Prophecy, and what the Most High God, Yahweh Shema Shai, is beginning to do is really doing these people in. Things is happening out of nowhere. Where'd that come from? The Most High God is beginning to visit the world in which he made, paraphrasing, okay? And I hope this is edifying, okay? Okay? Breakdown of Psalm 63. But the king shall rejoice in Yahweh. This refers to David as an anointed king, ultimately prophetic of the Messiah, the true king, who is Yahweh Shai, the true king. Even when a falsely accused, the righteous rejoice in Yahweh. Not vindication by man, okay? Precept. Psalms chapter 21, verse 1. The king shall joy in thy strength, okay? The king shall joy in thy strength. When our strength is in Yahweh Shai, okay? Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 18. Yet will I rejoice in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. And we do. The water Yahweh Shema Shai, for allowing us to go through all these trials and tribulations for a reason. He said, and listen what he just said in Habakkuk 3, verse 18. Yes, I will rejoice in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, okay? He said, everyone that sweareth by him shall glory, meaning those loyal to Yahweh, those who stand for truth, those aligned with his covenant. Covenant is another word for an agreement, okay? And the water Yahweh Shema Shai, for the brothers that's on the comment board, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shai, Bakathah, the water. Hope y'all having a blessed day, and I hope y'all staying locked in, redeeming the time, for the days ahead is evil. The water, okay? But the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. This means false accusers, slanderers. A slanderer is someone that say that, on the job and stuff, where he's sleeping with her, just saying shit about people who that you shouldn't even, I really hate a hoe ass nigga. I really do. I hate people like that. Always talking about other people behind their back and don't have anything too good to say about anything. I've always taught, if you don't really have anything too good to say about anything about people, keep your mouth shut. But people be so loose with their mouths and say things that they shouldn't say, and don't even know who you talking to and who you amongst. Okay, I ain't saying I'm nobody, but you don't know who. We don't know who to Yahweh or Yahweh Shai who you are that they speaking against. You don't know. That's why don't be brash, or harsh. Don't be brash with your tongue. Just talking. That's why it's important. That's why he said he gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen, But I feel like I need to say that, Okay. The mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped, okay? This is the main thrust for the lesson. False accusers, slanderers, wicked leaders, false teachers, those who oppose truth, their speech will be silenced by judgment. The Wadi Yahweh Shema Shai, and Yahweh Shema Shai is a true and fair power. The Most High God requires us to be men of integrity, men, and I throw out Yahweh Shema Shai for the men that the Most High God, Yahweh Shema Shai, has aligned me to be around. Okay, I feel like I need to say it. I was in the grocery store and just seen a bunch of stuff, a bunch of simpism, and the water Yahweh Shema Shai for helping me to become the man that he had me to be. Okay, I'm not out here spending none of this money on no goddamn woman simping for Valentine's Day or any other holiday. Okay, I just feel like I need to say that. And I just seen something too, and just about these women. I'm in the grocery store, And these kids, and then you already know the nigga bitch, and the child was just the woman shall bring forth monsters. I seen a monster today in the grocery store. I heard it. So, I mean, I just need to say it. I'm sorry, Precept on mouths being stopped, okay? Psalms chapter 107, verse 42. All iniquity shall stop by all iniquity. Let's look up the definition of iniquity, okay? Definition of iniquity. What is iniquity? Okay. Iniquity, immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Okay, that's what iniquity is. Okay, immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Okay. Okay, Romans chapter 3, verse 19. That every mouth may be stopped. Okay. And they're getting ready to be stopped. I'm at work today, and just listening, just being quiet, listening out all over the place. Everybody happy. It was just in my spirit today. And I said, these motherfuckers out here, everything's so funny. Everything is so funny, and don't even really realize that the Most High God is going to turn all your laughter into sorrow. Okay? Just like that. He's going to turn all their laughter into sorrow, Titus chapter 1, verse 10 and 11, whose mouths must be stopped, okay? Job chapter 5, verse 16, iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Iniquity. Immoral. Let me go back to that again. Definition of iniquity and read it again. Immoral or grossly unfair behavior, okay? Yes. And I hope this is edifying and to the point. Okay? Their speech will be silenced by judgment, okay? Precept on mouths being stopped. Psalms chapter 107, verse 42. All iniquity. I just read it. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. But I'll bring it out again. Hold on. I'm going to read because I guess the Spirit wanted it to come out again. Psalms chapter 107, verse 42. All iniquity shall stop her mouth. Okay. Yahweh allows lies for a season. David was lied on, the righteous are slandered, and we are slandered every day. But I look at people that make assumptions and and say things about people, and I already know that. And we're in them times. We are in a horrific time that the Most High God is judging people. I get in the Uber today. I don't get in any vehicle with anybody without because these people are wicked on every side. We are amongst wickedness all over. People who hate us all over. People who want us dead, all surrounded by people. These people talk shit about us. And they got everything to say. But the Most High God is getting ready to exonerate his men and those who do the will of Yahweh Shem Shai in truth, faith, and sincerity. Okay? Right now, lies appear loud and dominant. Okay. Okay, the wicked speak boldly until judgment comes. Yeah, right now, lies appears loud and dominant. But Yahweh confounds speech, okay? Confound. Let's look up the word, definition of confound, okay? confound. Cease, cause surprise or confusion in, especially by acting against their expectations. Okay? Mixed up. Confound. Cause surprise or confusion in someone, especially by acting against their expectations. Okay? These people are not right. Okay? Confound speech, exposes deception, brings public shame. Okay? Proverbs chapter 10. Proverbs, let me see, hold on. Proverbs 10, verse 31. The mouth of the just bring wisdom, the froward tongue shall be cast out. Okay? The mouth of the just. Who are the just? The just are those who do the will of Yahweh Shemai Shai. And I pray that Most High God, Yahweh Shemai Shai, continue to give me the fortitude and the tenacity and the drive to continue and to continue what thou hast learned, and give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. And I pray that Most High God, Yahweh Shemai Shai, have you brothers to continue to do the same thing. You know, whether it be giving alms or whether it being out going on the highways and byways, doing your videos and the highways and byways, and fellowshipping with the brothers. I look forward to going out tomorrow on the block with the brothers tomorrow, and just being out and being out there and doing the Most High God's work, which is the most important thing for us to be doing on the face of the earth. Not working, not being a simp. The most important thing is us doing the will of Yahweh Shemai Shai, proclaiming the acceptable year of His return, and the down, and also to seeing the downfall of our enemies. Okay. The wicked stands. Okay. Ultimately fulfilled when the wicked stands before Yahweh. No excuses remain. Every mouth is stopped. Romans chapter 3, verse 4. Let Yahweh be true and every man be a lie. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay? The day. Okay. I think that's enough. Let me read this again. Romans chapter 3, verse 4. Let Yahweh be true and every man a liar, and every man is a liar. Okay? And Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is true. And I just want to give all praises and true glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem means in the name. Yah, Hawa, Yah means he. Hawa means he exists or he to be. Yah, Hawa Shai is Yah means he. Hawa Shai means he saves or he delivers. And it's our job is to prophesy. Prophesy means to say before. So whatever we saying, you know, Abba Rataza praying that the Most High God, Yahweh Shemai Shai, bring to pass. That, you know, his word is not return with his word will not return void. And these people about to be, I cannot wait. I am waiting to see these people get shitted on. I cannot wait. Okay? I only love those who do the will of the Lord, Yahweh Shemai Shai. Those brothers that's like-minded and doing the will of Yahweh Shemai Shai unto even unto death. We're just praying to have our minds prepared and be ready for whatever lot the Most High God Yahweh Shemai Shai have for us that He require of us. And to give all praises and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, Kwam Yasharala, and above all, Shalom, brothers, endure.